Hey guys, welcome to my next video. Today we are going to be doing a Mod Podge almost workout. We're going to be using two types of bands. So this is just a circle band with moderate to strong resistance. These are just available on Amazon. You can usually get like a pack of them. You can probably even find them at Walmart. And then I'm going to be using a moderate resistance band with handles. I'm going to be using a stretching strap today. You could also just use a towel. And then I'm going to be using a long foam roller today. So our main goals today are flexibility, mobility, stability as usual, a little bit of core and just total body engagement. So this workout is really great for people that are new to exercise and just want a basic beginner workout. This is great for any level of endurance athlete that's training heavily or getting ready for a race. So this could be a session that you do to kind of complement like a really heavy run week, a marathon peak week, a Ironman peak week, or conversely, it could be used like during your taper week if you're like 5 days out from a race and just want to get a little bit of core and muscle engagement going without like inducing a ton of muscular fatigue. So that's how you can use today's session. You don't have to be an endurance athlete. I'm an endurance athlete coach. I'm giving these workouts to my remote athletes, so I'm going to be coaching you through this very much like a coach would. But if you're just new to the channel, welcome. You could be doing this as a complete beginner or someone that's just wanting a good home routine. You will want most of this equipment today, though. So yes, let's get started with it. So we're going to take our stretching strap, or if you have a really big towel, you could use that. This just works the best. You might even be able to get away with using your resistance band. And what we're going to do is just do a little stretch overhead. So you're just going to take the strap, and this is to stretch out the lat muscles in the back. Okay, kind of just get our breathing going, kind of stretch out any sore or tight muscles. Sometimes we can do a little side bend, stretch here, just stretching out the lats overhead. If you have the mobility to do so, you can progress this to a kind of like an over and back work stretch. This is a really great movement to do before swimming. So a lot of times people will have a stretching strap in their swim bag. Just a nice movement, overhead movement, just to get the shoulders going. Shoulder stretching, check in with your body, check in with your breath. Or if you just preferred that side bend, kind of make that one your own. Okay, great. Next up, we are going to be doing a hamstring stretch on the ground. So you can come on down to the floor. I've got a mat out, but you don't necessarily have to have a mat. You're going to lay back, put your foot into the stretching strap, straighten the opposing leg, and then depending on your flexibility level, you might be here, you might be here. You want to feel just a nice moderate hamstring stretch. Take in some deep breaths. Again, we're focusing primarily on flexibility here, so lengthening the muscles. Go ahead and switch sides. Great job. All right. And then coming into the kneeling position, sort of a trickier one, you're going to loop your back foot through the stretching strap. And then in this half kneeling position, try to get your foot in. I'm barefoot, so a little bit trickier. You're going to get a nice quad and hip stretch. If you need to hold on to something, I'm lucky that this chair is right here. The more you can obviously get that knee to stretch. Some of you might have the flexibility where you can just grab. You don't need the stretching strap, which is fine. But the more we can get that knee to bend and then drop the hip in, the better the stretch will be. Okay, great. Switch sides. And then we'll almost be done with the stretching strap. Stretching is one of those things where it just sounds terrible before you do it, and then once you start, you're like, this is a really great idea. All right. And of course, 30 to 60 seconds holding the stretch. About 5 deep breaths. And it should just be slightly, it should be comfortably uncomfortable, we should say. It should not be painful. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Nice job. All right. So let's move on to the foam roller today. The main reason I actually wanted to grab the foam roller, I do enjoy foam rolling, but today I want to use it as a balancing tool or a stability tool. I really like to do all kinds of variations of a single leg reach, but one of my favorites is actually with the foam roller. So I'm going to just create a little tension between the foam roller, or I'm sorry, between my hand and foot using the foam roller. So just kind of press into the foam roller with your hand and then kind of pull up on your toe with the foam roller, and just kind of feeling that kind of unique stimulus in the core and whatnot. You might want to have something nearby to hold on to, but you're just going to do a single leg reach. So soft knee here. This is a hip mobility and stability exercise, and also improves the stability in the knee and ankle while engaging the core, the hamstrings, all kinds of good stuff. So we're going to do 8 per side. If you can do this without holding on, great. It's not a bad thing just to have it something nearby if you need to. So we're going to do 8 per side. If you got really great balance, you can reach this arm overhead, the opposite arm. So 8, 7. Love doing this one barefoot, but you could do this with shoes. 6. I like to strengthen all those muscles and fascia and tendons on the bottom of my feet when I can. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's try 8 on the other side. Not uncommon for one side to have better stability than another, or better mobility. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Great. All right, so for our next movement, we're going to take the foam roller and actually take it overhead. All right, just kind of hold on to the edges. If you would prefer, you could also use the stretching strap and go overhead with the stretching strap. Okay, it's up to you on what you want to use. This is going to weigh a little bit more, so it's going to engage the shoulders a little bit more. If you feel like you're holding the foam roller overhead and you're dropping forward a lot because you don't have the mobility, etc., then you're better off using the stretching strap, okay? Because what we want is to hold whatever apparatus just slightly, like I use my messy bun, but you want to hold it so that it's directly kind of, we want to stack these joints, I suppose. And that's the best way I can do it, is to show it. We don't want to be folding forward here, okay? So use whatever apparatus is going to help you with that overhead mobility. So we're going to be doing an overhead squat with either the strap or the foam roller. This is to improve our shoulder mobility, as well as strengthen our legs and work on our posture, okay? And we're going to be doing 8 of these. So we don't need a lot of reps. We just want really, really good reps, okay? Our feet are going to go nice and wide, point them towards the corner of your room. So go ahead and bring the foam roller or the stretching strap up. Lower down as far as you can while maintaining that good posture. There's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Okay, we're going to come to the floor for our last foam roller movement. This is one I don't do as often as I would like to, but I really like this variation. So just like the single leg reach, move your bum, Red. Thank you. You're going to hold the foam roller between your toe and your hand. You're going to bring, you're going to bring the non-foam roller foot and hand directly so that you're kind of shadowing, okay? And what you're going to do is bring the leg down and the arm overhead and then close it back up. So that's the dead bug. But on this side, you're actually creating tension between your toe and your hand, just like on those single leg reaches. So it's really the single leg reach, but on your back. And we're going to do 8 per side. 8. Keep tension. 7. No faster than that. 6. 5. You might feel it right here. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good. Other side. A really good core stability exercise. Here we go. And coordination, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. Great job. Okay. Moving on. We're going to use the circle band next. You guys love to take over my mat. Okay. So we're going to put the band on. And we're going to put it right around the knees. Okay. Now, we're going to start with just the band squat, and then we'll add in some other things, just kind of depending on how you want to progress things. So you'll see similar movements as we go through this workout with a different apparatus, and just kind of build on that based on how you feel and what you want to accomplish. So we'll start with a basic trunk squat. So this will actually be a little bit easier than the overhead squat we just did. And we're going to do 8 of them. That's kind of our lucky number today. So cross your arms at the shoulders. Feet are just shoulder width point. The toes are going to point straight ahead. And we're going to do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Okay. Now you can add in the resistance band, or if you just want to hold the stretching strap. We're just going to add in a little bit of movement to this. So you can wrap up the stretching strap or the band just around. And we're going to add in a chest press. You could also do this with your foam roller. Like, seriously, make it your own. We're going to do 8 of these. So as you lower down, you're going to push, and then you're going to stand and pull for 8. Just a little bit of tension is good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Now you can use this and go overhead with it and do your squats, or you can try it with the foam roller like you did earlier, or the stretching strap. But we're going to do 8 overhead squats. You can maybe try to widen that stance out as much as you can with that band, maybe toes just slightly turned out. And we're going to do 8 overhead squats now with a double band action. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Okay. Now we're going to slide the band down. This one's a little bit easier. This is a great exercise I like to do, especially if you're doing a lot of squats. We're just going to do a banded hip extension. Dogs. So hold on to something in front of you. That way you don't cheat. So you could hold on like to the railing. So stand on one leg. Now I'm just kicking this leg back slightly so that there's tension in the band. So you're not always coming all the way through. Right here, we want to maintain tension in the band. So kick the leg back and lower down. And note, I'm just coming back to this position so that there's tension. I'm not swinging the band like this, okay? So this is an intentional hamstring activation or strengthening exercise with hip extension, okay? So we're targeting hips and hammies. Holding on here, because what happens a lot of times when people go to raise a leg, they drop their chest. So holding on to something here is actually good for your technique. And you guessed it, we're gonna do the magic 8 per side, okay? Here we go. 8, 7, shoulders over hips, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides. Prop that leg back, get tension in your band. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Those don't take very much time or too much energy, so we'll do a quick second set. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Side leg raises, a classic, great one for the hips, glutes, IT band, lateral plane of movement situation. You can hold on to something to the side because a lot of times what people do is they lean away from this movement so that their hips actually don't have to do the work. So holding on to something will also help keep you honest on this one. We'll do 2 sets of 8 per side. Here we go, standing nice and tall. 8, 7. Note how I'm just coming down so that there's tension in the band, not going all the way back together. 4, 3, 2, and 1. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, last exercise with the band. We're gonna pull the band up around our knees one more time, come on down to the floor, and we're gonna do a glute bridge with the band, one of my favorites. And you're just gonna go feet shoulder width apart so you've got a little bit of tension on the band. We're gonna do 1 set of 20 on this one, and then move on to our last piece of equipment, the resistance band. Here we go. A little bit of pressure applied to that band, so you're just slightly pushing out. 20, 19, great for the hamstrings, great for the glutes, great for the core, good hip extension exercise. Just 1 set of these. Good. Halfway here, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. 1 more we've got to do with the band, just because we did it with the foam roller earlier. You're going to put the band around your insteps, and then I promise you we're done with this little band. But it's just great to do glute bridges and dead bugs. Just 2 of my favorite exercises. Okay, so the band goes around the middle of the foot, your instep. You're going to go 90-degree angles at the knees, and the knees are right over the hips. So we're starting this here, arms straight ahead. And what you're going to do is extend your hip and your arm at the same time, pushing into the band, and then we're going to switch sides. All right? So you've got tension in the band. See how I'm about shoulder width apart here? And we're going to do 1 set of 20 of these. Here we go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. All right, so we're on to our last apparatus now. Our last piece of equipment, the resistance band. All right, we're gonna do a set of biceps. 2 sets of biceps, I should say, because we're gonna do a second set. So we're gonna do a set of 12. We're gonna hold on the right side, 90 degrees. So that's kind of like working an isometric, which if you are a runner, it is good to know that you are kind of constantly in this movement. So while runners can be known for a little bit of weakness, one thing I feel like they do have in the upper body is biceps because they're always in this position. So static on one side, and then we're gonna do 10 curls on the right, 10 curls on the left, 10 curls with both, and then we'll eventually do a second set. All right, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, now this side comes to 90 degrees. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both arms at once. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. All right, we'll come back to a second set of these. Now, I'd love you to tie this band against or mount it up against a wall. We're going to do a rotation exercise. Okay, so you can loop that around a treadmill. A railing works really nice. Something very stable, or you could use a person that you trust a lot. I've used the stability, like a pillar in my house before. So we're gonna do a rotation exercise. So you want a good amount of tension. You're gonna start with the band kind of in line with the middle of your chest, and you're gonna rotate away from the anchor point. You're gonna keep your hips facing forward though. So you're gonna turn here. So it's just torso rotation. We're gonna do a set of 10 per side, and we will do a second set of these as well. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do 10 on the other side. I'll try to turn so you can kind of see, but 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. One more set. That way we've gotten something lateral, something rotational. Always got to hit all the planes of movement. All right, second set of 10. Adjust your feet. The further out you step, the more tension you're obviously going to have. A little soft bend in the knees and hips is fine. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Okay, you can unhook your band. We got to get that second set of biceps in. Static biceps. All right, here we go. Holding strong on one side. Really great one to use a mirror for so you can really check to see if you're holding that arm up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 90 degrees. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 with both. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Okay, last but not least, we're going to hit triceps, the inverse muscle of the biceps. So kind of a tricky setup. You're going to step onto the band. And the higher up you step onto the band towards the handle you're holding, the harder it's going to be. So start kind of on the looser end, okay? Then you're going to step over the band, bring the band behind you, elbow up by your temple, triceps. We're going to do one set of 20 per side. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, last exercise here. So again, you're going to step onto the band, step over, bring the band behind you, and 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. All right, guys, awesome work today. You worked on a lot of different things, as you know. Good 25-minute workout. If you're looking for just a little bit more, I would grab that foam roller, foam roll everything out. Your body should feel really, really good after this workout. Thanks so much for joining me, and we'll see you guys next time.